So you overthink about your past. You think of everything that you did wrong instead of everything that you did right. You feel like shit all the time because of, oh, I did this in the past, I did this, so I'm a bad person. And you're not sure what you need to do in order to change your mindset. This is what helped me. Well, let's start off with a quote. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present. Depression often stems from things that we did in our past that we cannot let go of. And here's really what helped me. Let go of things. Be able to forgive myself. Let's get into number one. Number one, realize that you cannot do anything about it. So before this, I want to preface a story. I want to tell you a story about a time where I had a really big crush on a girl and she liked me back. We liked each other. And it was like this whole big thing because I've never had a girl who liked me before. But then I go ahead and fuck it all up. I tell everyone that, oh, I held her hand. She wasn't comfortable with that. And the whole friendship, the whole fling was completely and utterly gone. Instead of becoming a better person, changing, becoming better for better, I became worse. Instead of forgiving myself, I fucked myself up. I said, oh, I'm such a bad person. I lost her because of myself. I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I'm an asshole. I kept stacking all those negative beliefs and negative things about myself, one on top of the other. And that inevitably drove my mental health down and my self-image all the way down. If I knew these things, then I probably would have been able to forgive myself and start self-improvement way sooner. The first step is to realize that you can't do anything about it. No matter how much you overthink of, if I just did this one thing another different way, I could have been in a completely different situation. I could have ended up with her. I could have had a better physique. I could have gotten a better grade. Okay, but you can't. So instead of focusing on what you did wrong in the past, focus on what you can learn and focus on what you can do better in the future. Instead of thinking about the past, think about what you can do to make yourself a better person in the future. Again, if you're depressed, you're living in the past. So if you want to stop being depressed, if you want to start looking forward, find the lesson from that. Again, from my example, I messed it all up because I told everyone. Instead of learning that, oh, I shouldn't tell people things anymore, I should start to keep things more on the down low about my personal life, I went ahead and just went, oh, I'm such a bad person, I lost her, I can't do anything, blah, 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 blah. Instead of looking for a valuable lesson, I found a way. I drove into madness of, oh, I can't do anything right. I'm a bad person. So the first step is to find the lesson in things and move forward because you cannot do anything about it. The past is in the past. The only thing that you can control is what you do in the future. Number two, stop the self-pity and learn from it. Instead of being down in the dumps, instead of saying that you're an idiot, you're an asshole, you can't do anything right, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, you're dumb, blah, blah, blah. Learn from a situation. Instead of finding things that you did wrong, learn from it. If you did do something wrong and you made a mistake, the only way to learn and the only way to grow is to learn from the mistake, not to dwell in self-pity. So what you need to do is look through everything that happened in this story. Find out some key points of the story that you wish that you didn't do. Write them down and say, how can I implement these lessons into my everyday life in order to not make the same mistakes again? Because if you make the same mistake twice or three times or four times, it's not a mistake. It's a choice at that point. So what are the things that you learned that you can implement in the future to not make the same mistake again? Number three, become a better person through those lessons. So through learning all of these precious lessons that you can carry with you for the rest of your life, ask yourself, what can I do to better myself? What can I do to become a better person, a more intelligent person, and also so I could just be able to love myself again, not make the same mistakes where I dwell in self-pity, not just make the same mistake again and again and again. Learn from it and grow through that. Don't just say, okay, now I know this, I know that I shouldn't do this. Don't just say, okay, I know. Say, how can I implement this in my everyday life? Back to my situation, back to my story. One thing that I learned was to not blabber on about what's going on with my girlfriend not to blabber on what's going on in my personal life. Ask yourself, how can I implement that? So probably just restrain from talking about your personal life. Restrain from talking and blabbering about gossip, about bad, negative things, about, oh, I held her hand, and oh, bro, I fucked her, and blah, 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 blah. Look at this girl, she's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. Saying all the personal things about your life, I learned to restrain a little bit. I just learned to become a little bit more reserved and choose carefully what I say to people, because I know inevitably it's come back to me in either a positive or negative way. Fourth thing is to habit stack good habits. Because when inevitably you feel like shit, you're just gonna go into a cycle of just doing more bad habits. So yesterday I was texting my girlfriend for a little bit longer than I would like. So by then, I went to go visit my mom, but she was watching a movie, so I got distracted. That was another bad habit. And then my bedtime was way later than I would like. So then that was another bad habit, going to sleep late. And then I had the gratitude journal, so then I had to go to sleep even later than that. So it's just a bad cycle of just negative. So then you're just in a negative self-spiral. But all you need to do is take a deep breath or meditate for a little bit, and then shift your mindset. Do one good habit, and then your mind's gonna start to become more proud of yourself. After one good habit, you're gonna think, okay, I did something cool. Then if you do another good habit, you think, okay, now I'm feeling a little bit better. Another good habit, wow, I'm feeling amazing. Another good habit, I feel way better now. Last tip is to finally forgive yourself. Because if you don't have that self-forgiveness, then you're not able to forgive yourself of anything. You're not going to be able to move on. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Because even if you forgive others, even if they're not forgiving, at least you have that closure in yourself. Forgive them and forgive yourself. That was how I was able to get over all of my crushes, how to get over my past mistakes and learn through them and become a better person. Do the hard work, not so later, and as always, like, suit.